all 432 holes came back with rare earth bearing clays above the cutoff grade. So that's been folded into the resource estimate, which has increased the overall size of the resource, but also significantly increased the confidence. So we've now got over 400 million tonnes of indicated resource, and that's part of a 532 million tonne total resource at Makuutu.
Hello, welcome to viewers tuning in to Assay TV. We're here at the Mining Indaba, and I'm sitting down with Tim Harrison, Managing Director of Ionic Rare Earths. We're catching an update on their projects. So Tim, welcome, how are you doing?
Hi Adam, good thanks.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, well let's dive into it. You know, you've had a substantial resource increase at Makuutu. Could you take us through that please?
Yeah, no, we've had some tremendous results over the last 6 months with Makuutu. We did the phase 4 drilling program, which was 432 holes. All 432 holes came back with rare earth bearing clays above the cutoff grade.
Excellent.
So that's been folded into the resource estimate, which has increased the overall size of the resource, but also significantly increased the confidence. So we've now got over 400 million tonnes of indicated resource, and that's part of a 532 million tonne total resource at Makuutu. So, you know, it's a fantastic result that'll underpin the feasibility study, which we're working on at present.
Yeah, and those match your expectations, or they exceeded?
They exceeded. Yeah, look, we're very confident that. I mean, we had a tremendously successful drill program. I was expecting a significant increase, but it did exceed my expectations at this point in time. You know, we've got a lot of exploration potential out to the east and the northwest.
Right.
So, you know, the expectation is that it will continue to get larger with time.
And what's your plan for that exploration? You're drilling that now, or are you sort of going to focus on the...
Well, at the moment, we're updating the exploration target for the large radiometric anomaly out to the east. We also have a new province out to the northwest. We did a phase 3 program last year, which identified the continuity of the rare earth bearing clays across the project area. So we'll update that exploration target and also look at a reconnaissance or scout drilling program later this year, just to help us understand exactly how big Makuutu could be.
Yeah. When you're dealing with the clay deposits, is there a difference in terms of how the geology works? Like there's more spread, less depth? Is there any sort of nuances like that?
Yeah, so the Ionic adsorption clays are typically near surface. So, you know, the average depth of the drill holes we've drilled to date is around about 18 metres, so 1/8. So it's a very shallow deposit. Typically about 3 metres of cover, and then underneath that, the clay zone can be anywhere from 5 to, you know, the phase 4 program had intervals of 29 metres of clay thickness. So all of that data is now folded into the updated resource. We are expecting, a significant impact that'll flow through now to the feasibility study.
Excellent. And do you have a date for the feasibility study set?
Yeah, so we're working on having the feasibility study completed in October of this year. That feasibility study will be a requirement for the mining license application, which we're also looking at having submitted in Uganda by the end of October. So it's quite a bit of work underway at the moment now to recast the potential size, scale and ramp up of Makuutu to reflect this much larger resource base.
Fantastic. Okay, thinking of the processing element now, you've got Seren Technologies on board. Talk us through their capabilities and this acquisition and how it strengthened the business.
So we've recently completed the acquisition of Seren Technologies. We're in the process now of integrating the team and also looking at the ways in which we're doing the downstream test work. So we'll be running another pilot plant with Seren Technologies over the next few months at Queen's University, Belfast. We're also looking at setting up a new facility in Belfast, and ultimately being able to migrate a large portion of the refinery test work program to Belfast, where we'll be able to do all of that work in-house to continue to develop the intellectual property that we're building around heavy rare earth separation.
Yeah, certainly. And is there expectation of like the basket of rare earths that you've got? You know, are you able to sort of split them up
Yeah, so obviously with regards to pricing, our basket price is going up quite dramatically. Since the scoping study to today, so 12 months, we've seen an increase in the spot basket price of 35%.
Nice.
We are seeing also an increase in the forecast pricing between now and the end of the decade. That's all going to roll through to the feasibility study, and again, it will be another important input that I think will unlock a lot of value. So we are looking at the overall value of the Makuutu basket, and with that, 73% magnet plus heavy rare earths. The ability for Ionic to extract a lot of value by developing our own standalone refinery, where we can extract heavy rare earths and market that directly into these new supply chains that are going to emerge over the next few years.
Yeah, it's integral. So lots focusing on the feasibility study and that October date you mentioned, but just the headline milestones for this year for the investors watching.
Yeah, so hopefully in the next month or so, we'll have an updated exploration target for Makuutu. We'll continue to do work on the metallurgy and the inputs to the project. We're expecting a positive outcome on the environmental and social impact assessment. That was submitted to the Ugandan government in December. So we're getting very close to getting formal decision on that. They will be, a couple of major inputs, along with a feasibility study and a resettlement action plan, which we're aiming on having completed in Uganda by the end of June for the mining license application in October. We've also been working on a scoping study for the downstream for the refinery. Our plan is to release that to the market in September, in the third quarter. And that, I think, will be very beneficial for investors to understand the potential size of the prize in going downstream and developing our own asset.
Fantastic. Well, so much going on. Look forward to continuing the discussion and updating viewers on Ionic's progress throughout the year.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for speaking with Assay TV.